Good morning, everyone. My name is Ash. This is Indie Insider. My guest today is Flore. How are you, Flore?
Hi, it's great to be here, and I'm really good. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you for taking time out of your day to come and talk to us.
Sure, that is exciting.
I can imagine, yes. Okay, let's start. How did you start your music career?
I think it started around like when I was 13, started
Okay,
playing guitar, singing. I'm a big Swiftie and I desperately I wanted to be Taylor Swift, so I was
okay.
really uncool in school. So I thought maybe if I would like sing and play guitar, I would be cooler.
Oh,
So I yeah, kind of like that. I got into like
right.
writing and yeah, singing.
And you actually enjoy it? You know, you've progressed from when you first started to where you are today.
Yeah, yes. Well, I still play the same four chords, so I'm not a good guitarist, but it works.
It works. If it works, it works. There's not more you can do, really. Can you share a story of your very first performance?
My very first, like ever performance, like of or playing like own songs or.
When you first started, actually becoming a professional music artist.
hmm I had like because of COVID in that situation, I couldn't play. I didn't have any live gig for like I was releasing music for 3 years and never played my songs live.
Right.
So it was a kind of like it was a weird like situation kind of and like after 3 years stay being like the first time on stage is like what do I even do? Like I never sang those songs live. And it's a
Oh,
different thing of like releasing things and then being on the stage and it's like, okay, there's no filter between. Like I cannot
yes.
like something or like what do I say on stage and who am I like on
Yeah.
stage? It was like it was a festival. But it was great, but it was kind of weird too because of the COVID situation. No one was allowed to move. Like there were securities who were like, don't move. So they were just
Oh,
staring at me.
oh
But
no.
but it was like overall it was a good concert. But yeah, a bit weird too.
A bit weird. I can imagine, but at least you got through it.
Yes.
And I believe you are German. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, I'm from Germany.
Could you just say something in German for us and then just translate it?
Um,
Say anything you want to. If it's say like
oh
if
my
it's a nice
gosh.
day or whatever the case may be.
Um,
Just something short
okay.
and sweet.
Ähm, Hi, ich bin Fleur und ich bin immer sehr nervös, wenn ich Interviews habe tatsächlich.
I heard interviews, and then what did you say?
Yeah. I couldn't come up with something like really funny.
Oh,
I
that's
just said
fine.
I'm really nervous when I have interviews. Like actually, like I always say I'm writing songs, but I'm not good with words. Like every time I have to
Oh,
speak, I'm like, how to how to be human,
how
like.
to be human.
But
Oh gosh, no, just relax. Be yourself. There's no need to be nervous.
yeah.
Um, I know it's not a music question. Well, just what I'm going to say. My cousin is married to a lady, and
hmm
she's German. And
hmm
when she's angry, she snaps at him in German, and that's quite
Oh
hilarious.
my God.
It's funny to
Yeah,
watch them. It's like she's talking German to him, and he's just staring at her. It's like, what the hell are you
oh
saying?
no, no. Like German is quite like a harsh language, so I think it's like
Yes.
really intimidating. Maybe when someone is even like being like angry and like just
And
talking
just
German.
well, correct, yes. Right. How have your life experiences shaped your music?
My life experience?
Yes.
Um, well, as I said, like it's a different thing of like playing on a stage and releasing it like online and just being like an online persona.
Right.
Um, but I think it like I'm like I really wanna it's still a goal of mine to really I'm a really shy person. So being like in front like even in front of the camera like video shoots or in front of people is something that like makes me nervous. But the second I start singing is like, okay, I'm really confident because this is the
Right.
thing I'm best at, or like what I think I'm best at. So, but
Yes.
the second I stop singing is like, hello, okay, the
Oh,
next song is
shame.
called, and I'm like, so it is always, it's a weird thing, but like I love it, but I think I still have to grow into it, and I really want to do more, like be more expressive or like big, but I'm still,
Yes.
I still can't get out of my skin kind of because I haven't played that many times live before, like playing my own songs.
Right.
So, yeah, I think maybe it's a practice thing, but it's always, yeah, kind of
It's always
fun.
good. I think the more live performances you do, the more confident you'll become and the better you'll become as well. So it sort of works hand in hand.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, I'm quite shy as well, but then I think to myself, well, why be shy? Just be yourself and just let it all out. There's some situations where you can't help it, as you've just said, but other
Mhm.
times you think, what the hell? Just do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true. And have you collabed with any other artists, or are you just a singular artist?
I had I think like two features. One
Right.
with one was with Nova. Nova is her name. With two
Okay.
A's. She was my producer at that time, and yeah, we did one song together. But not I'm not that much into like the collaboration kind of
Right.
world yet, but I would love to. So
You'd love to.
something.
Oh, I'm sure that'll
Yes.
happen, just sooner or later. You just never know.
Yeah.
Tomorrow somebody could pop up and say, oh, let's write a song together, or let's perform a song together, or whatever the case may be.
Yes. That's a dream.
Life is full of surprises.
That's true.
Do you recall the moment when you wrote your first song and what was it like?
Um, I remember my very, very first one. Oh, I was like 8 or so. It was
Okay.
with my best friend. And we called ourselves West Girls.
Oh,
And we
sweet.
yes, we had like 3 songs.
Oh,
We just
that's
performed them for our parents.
okay.
That was my very, very first one. But like for me at the time, it wasn't something special. But now looking back, it's like, okay, I was like quite young and was into songwriting like already. But yeah, I don't know if it was just like a childish kind of kid thing or if it was like
Oh,
legit. But that was my very first one.
very first song.
Yeah.
And this is an interesting question. How does your heritage influence your music?
Um, so you mean that like that I'm German?
Yes, I mean, with your German influence, does it sort of affect your music or does it influence your music
Mhm.
more?
I think like because it's always like right now the sun is out, but I think we haven't seen the sun in like 2 weeks or so. Like it's
Oh,
always like really like even like especially like in the winter months, really gray and rainy and gloomy. So and
yes.
I live close like to the forest as well. And I think like when I started writing my own songs, I was really or I am still really inspired by the dark kind of sad nature.
Right.
So I think Germany has a lot of like gloomy forests. So that kind of like and even like the weather and it's always being like kind of grayish is something that always like inspired maybe my music. That's maybe
Okay.
why it's kind of sad
Oh,
sad music.
no. But I mean, if it's sad music or happy music, at least, you're getting through to your listeners or your fans, they sort
Yes.
of relate to you. And can you walk us through your songwriting process? How do you start writing a song?
hmm I mostly start with a title.
Okay.
Actually, because I think like there are like so many like you can write about literally like anything, like everything.
Right.
And I don't know, I like to start with a title because it gives me like a kind of like a frame of like what the song should could be about and even like a word or like just a sentence kind of makes me come up with like a story or like a color or like a theme in general.
Right.
So yeah, I always like to start with a title. Yeah. And then I make like a mood board like on Pinterest. So
Okay.
very like visually is like something that helps me.
So I was just about to say that certainly helps you, to get just from the title to the end
Hmm.
note, you could say, and then you've
Yes.
completed a whole song. That's
Yes.
wonderful. Rather you than me. I can't even write to save my life or even think to write lyrics or think of a song or whatever. So my hat off to you, darling. And how do you find inspiration if you feeling creatively blocked?
I think like in general, I'm a person, I live like I don't know, 90% of the things I'm writing about, or like I like to live in scenarios. Like I like to make things up like in my head.
Okay.
So like imagine like really unrealistic scenarios, or when I have a crush, I'm like really obsessive like about like that person. And yeah, I like to just like maybe dream myself away, if you can say
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So it's like kind of like acting in a way, and then I write from that perspective, like what if I would be with that person right now, or so yeah, and as I said, like something visual always helps me. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And when it comes to doing an album, how important is the track sequence? Do you start from um, fast first and then slow in the middle and then fast again at the
Mhm.
end?
Um, to be honest, I haven't heard the album yet in the right
Okay,
order.
right.
So it's uh it was kind of like a really spontaneous decision, to be honest. I
Okay,
thought that made sense, so I haven't thought about it that much. It just
right.
felt right, I guess.
It just, well, that's good. You just think, okay, that song there, and then
Yeah.
just work from there. Oh, that's good. And can you share or tell us or share with us a particularly profound moment of inspiration you've experienced?
Sorry, a what kind of moment?
A profound moment of
Mhm.
inspiration that you've experienced?
For the album, like while making it?
Yes, yes.
Well, I'm always the album, it is like a concept album, with all
Okay.
the titles being like villains or like scary creatures.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, the album is called Scary Tales. So every song is called Alien, Monster, Vampire, Werewolf. And um it's I'm really fascinated with like the origin stories of kind of like villains, because
Okay,
I feel like these are just like I don't know, these characters always get like so like a lot of times like misunderstood, or they are just being portrayed as like the bad guy, but
right.
they became that because they were like maybe hurt in the past, or being like getting their heart broken, or being like left alone. And yeah, I like to that was my main inspiration behind the album, to portray like to give the villains or like the outcasts like a voice. And
Okay.
the first song is called Happy Never After. So this is the only song that has like a different title.
Oh,
And after
nice.
that, stories will be told, because these characters didn't get a happy ending. And their stories will be told after the Happy Never After. So that was kind of the inspiration behind it.
Oh, that's actually very good. I mean, it's always like the bad person that gets the trouble at the end. So to actually turn it around and make it a good thing, I like that
And some
idea.
and sometimes like even like you're maybe the villain in someone else's story. So it's not just about like portraying someone else as bad, like even like sometimes you might be
Sure.
the bad guy.
Why not? And can you tell us how do you do a daily vocal warm up and what is your routine?
Oh, that is a good question, because I don't do that. And this is
Okay.
something because I was struggling for the last like weeks with my voice.
Oh, Shem, I
Um,
believe so. Yes, I hope you're better now.
yes, I'm better,
Oh,
but I'm still
good.
not like fully recovered. But this is what I actually have to do. Like I never, like not even once did a warm up like before a gig, or before like in the studio. I never did
Right.
that, and maybe that's the problem. So I should do that.
Yeah, just maybe 5 minutes each time, just sing la 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 la, however you do
Yes.
your routine. I can't sing either, but that's between you and I. And also, that's sort of the same question. Do you take care of your vocals when you sort of doing a two, three songs in a day? Do you sort of
Mhm.
like gurgle or you drink hot tea or what do you normally do?
Yes, I love I don't know what the word is in English, but yeah, tea in general.
Okay,
It's always great and um yeah, I think that's it. I don't
that's
have a lot
it.
of tips for taking care of that. I'm a bad like idol for that. What is the word? Like example.
Oh,
You
that's
shouldn't do this
fine.
like I do, I think.
No, well, I suppose each to their own. If it works for you, then it might not work for somebody else and vice versa. So if it works for you, then go for it.
Yeah.
And how do you prepare for a performance? When you do live performances, do you psych yourself up or do you just sit
Mhm.
calmly before you go onto stage?
I think I like to stay more calm,
Okay,
but inside I try to remind myself because as I said, like I'm a really like shy person.
right.
I like to like I remind myself of like that this is all like fun and life is weird and like we all live on a like on a weird rock floating through space, so who cares if I'm like messing this up now, like this kind of
Yes,
feeling of like whatever, like
yeah,
fuck it. So
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. You go, girl. And tell us, how do you navigate the ups and downs of the music industry?
How I navigate them, what did you
Yes,
say?
how do you navigate them? Yes, the ups and downs of the music industry. Do you let them, if it sort of suddenly changes, do you let it get to you or do you just push past it?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to never stop creating.
Right,
And like even like I know like so many artists, and I've been that myself. Like I hold on to the good stuff and be like, okay, it's not good enough. And then time passes by and you never release it, or you never post a picture, or you never,
right,
and I remind myself of like just when I find something good, when I like something, I just like for example, post it immediately, or like just be like, okay, that's the next single. I'm not gonna think about it too much because
right.
if it's not gonna, if the people or whatever, if I don't like it, the next month I will make a new one. So you
Of
can always,
course.
so always like keep on creating and just put it out there is the most important thing, I think.
That's actually very good advice. Everybody who wants to become a singer or an art music artist, listen to Flore's advice. I think it's quite good.
Yes. Put it out. Life is weird. No one cares. So,
Exactly. Live life the way you want to live it.
yes.
How do you balance the art of music with its commercial demands?
Um, what exactly like do you mean like with the like from a business kind of point of view?
Yes,
Like, um, I think I don't know. I think the important thing is just that you do the things that you like
yes,
whatever what kind of trend is going on or whatever kind of platform is now like going viral or whatever. Um, if you're not like fully into it, people will like notice it, I guess.
right.
And you will like even like in the long run, you will not be like I think you will not be happy putting something out. You're like just doing that to be like because like a business partner said that or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And also, what hobbies do you enjoy outside of music?
I like reading. I set myself a goal. Like I'm not reading like that much, I guess, but I set
Right.
myself a goal because I want to get more into it again. I was a big reader, to read like 30 books this year.
Oh,
I don't know if it's like
fantastic.
realistic or if it's a lot. I don't know. I'm like, okay, I think it can work. So I've read one so far, so I
Well,
have
you're
to.
getting there. Yes, it's only February. What
Yes,
books do you like to read? What sort of do you like thrillers or horrors or romance?
I'm starting now. Like Charles Bukowski, Fifth
Okay.
Totem. Yeah, I like um. Well, I like a mix of like novels, kind of horror kind of things, and like classic more literature. I don't know if that's what you may call it.
At
Yeah.
least, I sort of like the thrillers, keep me on the edge of my seat. I've got to know what's going to
Hmm.
happen. And before
Yes.
you know it, I'm halfway through the book and it's like, okay, next time. And just a couple more questions. How does your family and personal life influence your music career?
My family and my like friends and like personal surroundings, they're very supportive. So I
Okay.
was always like, when I dropped out of school, like when I was younger, like my parents, they never really like they were never mad at me. They were always like, okay, they kind of knew that I always wanted to go for music. So yeah, I'm really lucky to have like surroundings that like support me that much.
Oh, fantastic. And Flore, before we go, because we're almost out of time, could you let us
Mhm.
know where people can listen to your music and follow you on social media?
Yes, you can find my music on every streaming platform or like yeah, the music videos, of course, like on YouTube. And yeah, I'm really active like on Instagram. My ad is called Listen to Flora. Yeah, so you can find me there.
On there. Fantastic. Well, Flore, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and chat with
Thank you
us.
so much. It was fun talking to you. It
Yes,
was
it was
really
fun. It was a really good,
nice.
good, good conversation.
Yeah.
And have a good rest of your day then.
Thank you. You
Thanks.
too.
Thanks, Flore. See you
Thanks.
soon then.
Yeah, see you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.